Hi everybody, hello YouTube friends, Palm Springs Cindy, and I am going to finish getting ready, do my hair, and show you an outfit of the day. Oh well, I'm chatting. I have some things written down so I don't lose track, and let's start. Well, to begin, I don't know if you've seen this makeup on it's advertised sort of on Facebook and when I go on Instagram or whatever, and it's being shown by Bobbi Brown. It's called Jones Road, and you open it up, and it looks like this. You can see I've been digging in this. Now, it comes in several colors, and they do a really good job. Bobbi Brown actually does it, explaining what color would be best for you. Now, I'm using this as a foundation, and frankly, in the commercials or their demonstrations, they're using it as a foundation. But it's also can be like a bronzer or, I get whatever. It reminds me of that makeup line, Boomer, I think that's the name of it. The gal ended up passing away tragically, but she had a line of cosmetics. They were like in sticks, big thick sticks that you kind of like rolled on your face, and you could use it for your foundation, for blush, for lipstick, whatever. And that's kind of like what this is. So I got this because I thought, for summer, I would like to have a little color. Plus, I don't like to wear a lot of foundation or heavy makeup during the summer. Poppy just gave me her toy. She doesn't like it that I'm doing this. Here, baby girl, go get it. She's like a baby. And so anyway, I'm going to tell you about this. And the jury has reached a verdict. And before I put that on, it's kind of windy outside, but I do have my patio open. Let's see if I can share that with you. My drapes are kind of blowing, but it just feels so nice. I want to leave it open. So, okay, I showered, I washed my hair because kind of a Wegovy update. This is part of my chat. I'm not really not losing any more weight. I've lost another ½ pound, so 6.5 pounds, big whoop. But I discovered what I'm doing wrong. I'm still eating too much, and I'm eating the wrong foods. I'm eating basically what I always ate, like salads, lean cuisines, and toast with eggs. I need to start eating dietetically, like I'm gonna go on those shorts where they have those really great recipes with cabbage, and they make all kinds of cabbage soups and all these great recipes with vegetables, zucchini, carrots, all grated and everything. They make muffins, and anyway, it looks wonderful. So I have to do that, and maybe Eric will help me because he loves to cook. And I have been doing nothing but laying around and binge watching television. Now, part of that is because this Wegovy does make me tired. But like I said, I go to bed like around 10:30 at night. I sleep like a log, and then Poppy wakes me up at like 7:30 for sure by then. And so this morning we got up. I took her out early for a walk. Then I came home and I did a few little things around the house. I played with her in the backyard, cleaned up the backyard mess a little bit, and then I sat down and I discovered this new Shonda Rhimes series called Queen Charlotte. Let me tell you the premise. It's like a pre-Bridgerton. I have seen Bridgerton. I didn't finish watching it. I got the gist of it, and that was enough for me. I loved the costumes and the music and the hairdos and all that stuff. Well, this Queen Charlotte is a prequel to Bridgerton, and I've only watched up to episode 3, season 1, episode 3. Well, I don't care if I don't see another episode. I just saw the best scene in episode 3. I actually cried It was so moving to tell you about it. I'll tell you about it when I put this on. Okay, I don't have any foundation or anything on. I have face lotion. See how this is so hard. In their commercials, they just go like this. No, it is so hard. I have to actually dig my fingernail into it. Like that. Then I have to put it in the palm of my hand and let my body heat warm it up. I think this is way too greasy. Just my opinion. It's like Vaseline. It's like colored Vaseline, which I thought that Boomer was the same thing, only this is thicker, heavier, and in fact, I wore this in a few of my videos lately, and my face definitely did not, my skin did not look good. It looked greasy, and you can tell by putting it on with your hands that where it's even and where it's not even. And you can feel it. It's really like a moisturizer, frankly. And I'm gonna go get a paper towel. I'm getting a paper towel. I'm getting a paper towel. I should have had it ready, but I didn't. Now, like I said, this comes in all kinds of shades, but I followed her directions, and they even give you a little quiz, give you 2 like quizzes, and both of them came out the same color. So, I've got a mirror over here. I think it makes me look spotty. I think it makes me look greasy. I don't like it. And like I said, Bobbi Brown is really she's not pushing it, but she's the spokesperson behind this. I don't recommend it, but that's just me. That's just me. Me. Okay, now along with that, I'm gonna add a little powder because I knew it was gonna be greasy. So I'm gonna add this. I probably shouldn't add this, but this Ultimate Bronzer. So, okay, back to Queen Charlotte. They're calling it, of course, it's a narrative. It's fiction. It says at the beginning it's a narrative, inspired by true events. Who knows? But let's see, how did she say it? But definitely they had taken many liberties or something. So it's fiction. And, well, her whole thing is, the Bridgerton and the Shondaland productions is multicultural, integration, and it's very storybook, and I love that part of it. I love all that. Well, anyway, so it's about George III and the castles and oh my gosh, the rugs, the furniture, the costumes, the hairdos, the makeup, the carriages, unbelievable. The music, wait till you hear the music. It's all modern day music that they make it sound like classical music, but it's really like Beyonce's Halo, and that song, I think you can't always get what you want. I think that's in her. I'm not sure, but anyway, pay attention to the music, because it starts out like they're at the ball, they're dancing, and it starts like a little minuet, and then all of a sudden the tune goes into something that's very modern music. So I thought that was very cool. And so the great experiment is that they want to integrate, not just have the white aristocracy, but they want the black aristocracy and all the other nationalities. They want everybody to come together, not be separate. So they bring a bride for King George, this darling young black gal. So King George is white, so they bring this bride to him who's black, beautiful, and then they stand as the shining example of the great experiment. Well, then, so her ladies in waiting, everybody in the court, or, it's very integrated. It's not all, white people. Well then, okay, I'm gonna skip. This doesn't really give anything away. But at the end of episode 3, one of her ladies in waiting has the first ball of the season. One of Queen Charlotte's ladies in waiting. Well, evidently Queen Charlotte's king, her husband, the king, he does not go to any balls or any kind of social events. It's not his thing. He doesn't do it. Well, his mother, the queen, she goes. So even though it's this lady, a lady in waiting that gives the first ball of the season, it's just this beautiful event. And so while everybody's arriving, and the gowns are gorgeous, the hairdos are gorgeous, the jewelry is gorgeous, people start dancing and the evening is underway. But the hostess, who is black and has a black husband, the hostess, lady so-and-so, she says to her husband, everyone is separate. It's like the white people are over there and the black people are over there. No one's coming together. And that's the great experiment. So anyway, then all of a sudden here comes Queen Charlotte and George III, who does not go anyplace. Well, they came to this ball, or to the first ball of the season. And so they walk in and everybody's like, oh, the king is here. And because they're shocked that he came. So Charlotte and George walk over to the lady in waiting who was the hostess of the party and say, thank you for inviting us. It seems like a wonderful evening. Then George looks at Queen Charlotte and says, shall we dance? So they start dancing. They go out on the dance floor. Everybody backs away and they dance. And the dance is beautiful. And then this white man walks over to the lady in waiting, who's the hostess, looks at her husband and says, may I have the pleasure of dancing with your wife? He says, of course. So now there's another couple, white guy, black gal, dancing. So then everybody's like looking around. So then gradually, one by one, the white men leave their white wives and walk over to the black ladies and ask them to dance. So that by the end, everyone's dancing and it's all mixed. The races are mixed and dancing together. And it's just lovely. I just love it. And then when the party's over, King George is with Queen Charlotte, and they're alone in their bedroom, and they're like getting ready for the evening, getting ready for bed. And he's sitting down and they're talking about how much fun they had. And he said, do you realize what happened tonight advanced the kingdom more than the last 100 years? So anyway, it was a pleasure to watch and it was neat. Okay, it's called Queen Charlotte. Watch it. I'm only up to episode 3. Okay, and like I said, I don't even care if I finish watching it because that episode 3 was just so dear. Okay, did I tell you I went to the gym today because I have to start moving more. I cannot sit and watch TV. Even though I feel tired, I have to get myself going. So I got up and walked Poppy, and then I came back and vegged and played in the yard with Poppy, and then I changed clothes, went to the gym, came back, showered, now here I am. And let's see what else. Oh, I ordered a pool. You guys, do not laugh. Do not laugh at me. I ordered one of those above ground pools. Now, in my day, when I was a kid, we used to call them doughboy pools. So it is 14 feet across, 33 inches deep. But it's big enough. I'm going to put it on my patio where it's brick and it's solid, where it will be even. And then I can put 2 people can lay in rafts. That's all I care about. And so at night, I can lay on my raft. I can watch TV on my patio. In the morning when I get up, I can lay on my raft. And during the day, I can run out and get wet. So I'm thrilled. I have to hire someone to set it up. It comes with a filter. It comes with all kinds of stuff. It was like in the $400, 300 something range. By the time you paid taxes and everything, it was like 400. So hopefully I can use it June, July, August, or even through September. I hope it doesn't like get a hole in it or something. I know. I just had to leave to go get my brush, and I walked into my bedroom. How does she do it? Poppy got a hold of toilet paper. She's strewn toilet paper all over my bedroom. I don't know how she does it, you guys. She's 14 months old, still playful as can be. She has settled down quite a bit, though, I must say. So I'm going to add this. This is Ultimate Bronzer Pearl World. I think I got this at Walmart or Walgreens. Tap, tap, tap. Now, I don't want to oversaturate my head because of my greasiness. So, okay, I've binge, like I said, when you get to be 72, you can have big, strong arms like me. I am really working on my arms because, everybody here, it's so hot. You have to wear sleeveless. I rented that movie, The Jesus Revolution, and it's about Pastor, I think it's Chuck Smith and Greg Laurie and Lonnie Frisbee. And it really focuses on the three of them, how they ended up starting that Calvary Church brand, I'll say. And then Greg Laurie is in Riverside area now, and he has started Harvest. Well, at any rate, it's the story of that, the background of how the Jesus Revolution and how that all started. And, when I was living in San Diego, I went to school at San Diego State. But that happened a few years before I was there, I believe. But it was, we used to call them Jesus freaks because there were hundreds of young people who had migrated from San Francisco that had been on drugs and marijuana and acid, and it was that culture. They migrated. A lot of the people came down to the San Diego, Newport Beach area, actually Newport Beach, I believe it is, and they found whatever they were trying to find through drugs, they ended up finding through Jesus. That's the story, and how this church really took off. It's an excellent story. It's of course true. And so anyway, I got hooked on the people in this movie. I got hooked on, Pastor Chuck Smith has passed away, but Greg Laurie has not. So he does a lot of talking. There's a lot of documentariness behind this Jesus Revolution. So through watching this Jesus Revolution, I found this guy, and this is the part I want to share with you. His name is Ruslan, Ruslan KD. Ruslan KD. I'm going to link one of his videos underneath in this description. And what he does is he has a podcast, and he's a young guy, and I think he used to be a pastor, but he's not I don't think he is anymore. But I like him, and he watches pastors preach. And then he stops the show, and then he gives what's going on and his interpretation and how he feels about what was just said. And I like him, and I think he's pretty right on. So I'm anxious for you guys to watch him and see if you think he's pretty right on. Well, at any rate, he has been, since this Jesus Revolution a movie came out, Pastor Laurie, Greg Laurie, has been going on Ruslan's podcast, and they've been talking, and he's been interviewing him. Well, anyway, the one that the video that I'm going to link to this is about what Pastor Laurie Greg Laurie says about transgenders, the transgender issue, and what the Bible says about transgenderness. About transgenderness. So it'll be interesting what you guys think. So I'm going to link that down below. Now, I also have another story that I'm going to share with you while I put my blush on. As you know, I got my hair cut the other day. Cut, colored, and I like it. And I didn't really know where to go because I hadn't gone anywhere for so long. And I wanted to go somewhere that I could get extensions when and if I wanted them. I wanted to meet a hairstylist that would do extensions because a lot of people don't. And I wore my extensions in there and I said, this is how I wear my extensions. You know, I may want the real, not the clip-in, but the real ones, the sewn-in ones, whatever she did. So anyway, and I said, whatever color you color my hair, you know, if we order extensions, you have to order them that match, the same color. So we had the extension talk. Well, anyway, when I called to make my appointment, it took me like a long time to get in. And I said I preferred a woman hairdresser. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable with a man doing my hair, washing my hair, and communicating with the man. So I said I wanted a female, and they were like, okay. So they said, okay, we're going to put you with Mark. I said, I want someone that does extensions. So, okay, we're going to put you with so-and-so. Great. So I got in there and I called to say I was running late. I said, in the middle of traffic, I'll be there in I might be 5, maybe 10 minutes late. She said back to me, don't worry, I'm running late to it. Great. So I get there. She arrives and she was stunning. She had the most beautiful hair. And all I could think of was, I want her hair. I want her hair color. I want her hairstyle. I want all of this. And she had these big spike heels on and this black dress with spaghetti straps, and her hair was just gorgeous. So I said, I want your hair. I want your hair color. I want your hairdo. So she said, anyway, we laughed. So we kind of got to know each other. Well, while she was working on me, I had brought her I stopped and I got us both a soda fountain drink. But for her, I put Diet Coke, and then I put some Diet Cherry Coke, and I put another Diet Cherry Coke. Anyway, I mixed 3 of them together. And so when she got there, I said, she came like 2 minutes after I did. And I said, this one's for you, this one's for me. She goes, well, what's in it? And I said, I'm not going to tell you, it's a surprise. She says, well, it's not alcohol, is it? I said, no, it's not alcohol. And she said, okay. So she said, I'm going to put it back here and I'll be sipping on it back and forth. That's fine. So anyway, we got to talking, but while she was going back and forth, I thought, I was really looking at her hair. She had kind of a different look about her, and I thought maybe she was Native American. Well, so while we're talking, we really hit it off. We laughed, we hit it off, and so finally she says to me, well, I'm trans. And I said, I didn't know. And, hold on. This is my mother's shade of lipstick, by the way. Because we were talking about teachers. I told her I was a retired teacher. She was saying, oh, do you know so-and-so? I was there when so-and-so was teaching. So anyway, we had a lot to talk about. Come to find out, 2 of my favorite people, she does their hair. Okay. Well, anyway, her face was actually beautiful and her skin was gorgeous. So she says, I'm trans. I said, no, I didn't. And I said, now that I said, I did catch that you had a different look. Now, she has not had breast implants yet. Her body's man. But she has absolutely no hair. Her skin is gorgeous. She has had a lot of work done, no cosmetic, no incisions, just all fillers, hair. There's not a hair on her body, arms, nothing. Her voice is it could be very female, very, either way, whatever. So I asked her about how her parents, how her family was taking this. Anyway, I asked all about it. I asked who she dated, who she didn't date. I asked about, she told me, that it was, the transition was costly, blah, 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 where she hangs out, where she doesn't hang out, the kind of people she's attracted to, she's not attracted to. Anyway, it blew my mind, rocked my world. Okay, do you guys, what do you think? That's my makeup. I'm gonna take my hair down. So anyway, this is the first trans person that that's my friend. And she said, she talked to me about my hair, and she said, Cindy, you have got really good hair. Why not, if you want long hair, just grow your own. You don't need extensions. It'll be a lot less money. I know. Because she said, like she said, extensions are an investment. Okay, now I have highlights here, and I want them to show. I was in the beauty salon from 1:30 in the afternoon until 7:30 at night. Okay, so what do you think, you guys? Kinda? So anyway, she was gonna order extensions. I told her not to. I wanted to enjoy my short hair for a while. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this dress I got from Amazon. It comes down to my ankles, and let me see if I can comes down to my ankles. The fabric is soft, and it has adjustable straps. 3 things arrived from Amazon today, and they were all a hit. So this was one of them. Now this is something I'm just gonna be wearing around the house, to walk Poppy. Let's see. Because in the summer, this is definitely what people wear. And of course, I'm a child of the 60s, so I love anything tie-dye. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna link that video below. I hope you watch it. And I have nothing else for you. No more news. So P.S. I love you. Mwah. Until our next conversation. Bye-bye.